Everyone tells you to buy a $400 water filtration system. No one tells you the Amish have been doing this for over 100 years, for less than $5. And in 30 states, it's technically illegal. I'm not kidding. Let me explain. Back before EPA regulations and smart home systems, families relied on one thing to survive dry seasons, grid failures, and water shutoffs: rainwater harvesting. Not the fancy kind with pumps and filters you see on Amazon. The Amish version. A barrel, a mesh screen, and gravity. That's it. Here's how it works. You take a food-grade plastic or wood barrel. You can literally find these for free behind restaurants or feed stores. You cut a hole in the top, cover it with mesh screen to keep out debris and mosquitoes. You place it under a downspout or roof runoff point. And within one storm, you've got 50 or more gallons of usable water. For laundry, for gardens, for livestock, even for drinking, if you add a simple charcoal and sand filtration layer at the base, which, by the way, costs about $2 in materials. The Amish have used this exact method for generations because when you don't rely on the grid, you learn real fast how to catch what nature already gives you for free. So why is this banned? Here's where it gets interesting. In several states, rainwater collection is heavily regulated, sometimes outright restricted, because of old water rights laws. Some of these laws date back to the 1800s, when water rights were tied to rivers and streams for agriculture. The logic was, if you catch the rain before it reaches the ground, you're technically taking water that belongs to someone downstream. Sounds insane in 2026, but the laws never fully caught up. States like Colorado had strict limits on rain barrels for decades. Utah restricted it too. Several others require permits, size limits, or outright bans. Meanwhile, off-grid communities like the Amish have quietly used this method for generations. Because when the well runs dry or the power goes out, city regulations don't refill your water tank. You do. Now, before you go build one, check your local laws. Some states have loosened these rules in recent years, and permit exceptions often exist for small household barrels under a certain size. But here's the bigger lesson. This isn't really about rain barrels. It's about the fact that basic self-sufficiency, things our grandparents did without thinking twice, somehow became complicated, regulated, or forgotten. The Amish didn't need a $500 system. They needed a barrel, a screen, and the sky. And that's the whole idea behind self-sufficient living. It's not about buying more. It's about remembering what already works. If you want more of these forgotten frugal hacks, the kind that cost pennies but used to keep entire households running, stick around. Because in the next video, I'm showing you the root cellar trick that keeps food fresh for months without a refrigerator.